Back in 1977, there was a little movie called Star Wars released. And while most boys and girls, like Luke Skywalker and Han Solo and Princess Leia, and those X-Wings and TIE Fighters and the Millennium Falcon, one little boy, like Jawas and Sandcrawlers. How's it going out there, everybody? Welcome to Keep On Collecting. And yes, that little boy was me. I liked Jawas and Sandcrawlers. Ever since I've seen the movie, look, I can't remember when I've seen that. It would have been maybe the late 70s. I definitely didn't see it when it was released in October 77 out here in Australia. I was only probably 6. I have that scene where the Jawas zap R2-D2 in that canyon, and then that was cool. And then there's that music and they're carrying R2-D2 up to the Sandcrawler. That blew my mind. I just loved that imagery and the music, and they were just cute to me, those little Jawas. So there was a Sandcrawler released by Kenner in 1979, and I missed out on that. I seen it in magazine advertisements, and I wanted that toy. And every collector has that toy that they wanted when they were a kid. I still don't have it. But in 2004, Star Wars, under the original Trilogy collection, they released this. This is the Sandcrawler from 2004. It's the same mold as the original Sandcrawler from 1979. So it was a 25-year-old mold. So they just did a repaint, boxed it in this lovely artwork you can see here. And yeah. So Andrew was reminding me that we actually got this in Target in about 2004, 2005, for $80. So I think I just rushed out and got it because I've always wanted a Sandcrawler. And so what we'll do is we'll take this out of the box, and instead of me just sitting here and trying to explain it to you, we'll just flip the camera around and we'll have a look at the inside and the figures that come with it, the box work, and just have a look at all the details. So something new for us, eh? Bear with us. So here we are with the Sandcrawler in the box. This is the original Trilogy box. Came with 2 Jawas, which you can see here, and can we see over here? There he is. There he is there with the RA7 droid. We first saw the Sandcrawler in the original Star Wars movie, and we next saw it in Attack of the Clones, where it was more like this, but this front part opened. It was down, and Anakin was talking to Jawas, trying to find out where his mother had been. So this is just some features. We'll have a look at those features. This box art, I noticed the original Trilogy box art was quite nice. You can't really see in there, so let's take this out. So this is the Sandcrawler. Let's have a look at this detail. So this was at the time a 25-year-old mold, and it was used for the original Sandcrawler. As you can see, it's some good detail on this Sandcrawler. The original was just a plain tan colour, and this one here, Hasbro have just painted up a dark brown with some black and some tan splotches, but also just the intricate detail. Let's go around to the back. So that's the engines, some weathering on there. The tracks of the Sandcrawler don't move, it's just stays as is. So the original would have had wheels because it was remote control. So Yeah, just like, I love the paint job on this to make it look more like that movie accurate Sandcrawler. Spin this around. Whee! Well, opened up. That's the inside. So let's have a look at some features. This ladder comes off the main flap here, and it can attach to there. So the Jawas can go up here into the area. So this area here is in the original where the battery would have been kept. It's now a little hidden floor. Let's pull that off. Up here they got a flap that you can see back down into the main body of the Sandcrawler. This thing here, this is a tube that comes out the bottom. Let's try and get that out. So at the bottom, there's a little clip here, you can see. So as you push that in, and push that down, it'll come out. So you can see they go down. We'll turn that around, and there it is, ready for your figures. Now I thought to myself, I think this would probably take, this is an original Jawa from the original line. He would fit up there, because he's an original figure. I've got our original R2D2. Let's check him out. So I've got the original R2D2 as well. And because this is the original mold from the 70s, I imagine that this little R2D2 should go up here. He does. Look at that. And he clicks him up. Let's see if he comes around. Turn this around. Can you see him in there? There he is. We'll close that floor up. So now, that's the original Jawa as well. The two Jawas that came with it were the Power of the Force Jawas, and it's these ones here. So I haven't removed the originals, but this is basically the two Jawas, the big one and the little one. And they had the light up eyes. Just they had, the only articulation was their arms, and at their hips here they moved. The heads didn't really move. So I think that was 3 points of articulation. So they can go, they look a bit big for it. It's obviously not in scale, because if it was in scale, let's move this back a bit. Because in the movie, let's close this up again. In the movie, the tires were probably, let's move him back, probably like up here. So you would have a 3 foot high vehicle. Can you imagine, like, if my brothers and I had this as kids, we would have loved this, whether it be this toy or the original. We wouldn't have really cared about the remote control. We would have just like used it in our games and stacked our like armies in there. And as you can see, reenactment or what, we would have just stacked them in there. They would have, the little Jawa Sandcrawler. It wasn't an escape vehicle. It was like a land battle thing. This would have been. No guns, probably no shields. It's just a mining vehicle after all. But you know, it'd be a great transport. Get your guys in here and out they come, charging down the ramp into battle and into, you know, to the foe. Who would knows what could happen? Probably not a great deal with Jawas. Jawas probably get slaughtered. But who knows? Great transport. Great playability. We would have loved it. So there's a new one that's come out by Disney, and this front section here, it's larger than this version. It's a new mold, the Disney one that came out in 2018. This part here comes down. It has lights that light up around the windows here, because in the movies we remember that this was all lit up, and it's got these little lights down here. so the lights in the Disney one come on as well. And yeah, of course this opens up, the top opens up, and there's a bit more inside. There's a lot more play features where the Jawas can go, so yeah, it can carry, you can see Death Star droid's head in there. So yeah, the original Jawas could easily get in there, and I think it's more the smaller Jawas for the original Star Wars figures, it fits better, because the Jawas in the new Power of the Force, they're a little bit bigger than the original Jawas. So yeah, so it does go better with these guys. Yeah, there's even, interesting fact, there is even a Jawanese language. It was made up by Billy Bird. He's famous for Darth Vader's breath. He's also famous for the lightsaber noise, and he created the Wilhelm Scream. You gotta look that up. I'm going to send you a link below. You got to check out the Wilhelm Scream. And he made up this language for the Jawas. It's from the Zulu language. He was quite fascinated with the Zulu language in Africa. So what they did was they sped the language up and quickened it up, and it started to sound like what we hear today in the Jawa, in the films, the Jawa. So, interesting fact. Billy Burt created this language for Star Wars, for the Jawas. So that's all the Jawas. And my Sandcrawler. I'm so happy that I've got this Sandcrawler. It's like reliving your childhood when you finally get that Sandcrawler that you've always wanted. I hope you've enjoyed my little video and my review on these Jawas and the Sandcrawler. Bye for now. As the sun sets on another toy review, and the Sandcrawler rolls off into the hills of another Tatooine sunset, just remember to do what makes you happy, and be true to yourself, and keep on collecting.